Brutal Planet listeners, this is Eric, and today we are joined by Jyrki from the 69 Eyes. Thanks for joining me today. How are you doing?
Anytime, any old time, sir.
Cool.
It's a pleasure.
And we're here in Minneapolis today, and you just got back from Paisley Park, correct?
Yeah, I got to do that. It's been, we played in Minneapolis, I think could be 13, 14 years ago last time, and as we now returned, I wanted to, visit that place. Unfortunately, it is open now.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to go there when the, master himself was around and having jams there and so on. Unfortunately, it's a museum now, but just to pay the respect for the great man from this era.
Yeah.
So, I just wanted to see that. And in general, I'm just a big rock and roll fanboy, popular culture fanboy, movie fanboy, comics fanboy. So that's part of the deal and part of the, beautiful fact that we had have a chance to see American road, landscapes, towns, cities, people's fans, but also culture like this, which is amazing to have a chance to visit. For instance, that place. We had a day off earlier, 2 days earlier in Cleveland, so we obviously visited Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, where we've been 10 years earlier, but it's always as interesting. Now on this tour, by far, we're going to play in Nashville, so naturally there we're going to be at or visit to Johnny Cash Museum and Country Hall of Fame, and then of course legendary venue called Tootie's. So that's part of like how the 69 Eyes is doing the touring.
Yes.
And of course all over the world there's interesting places. Most of them I've seen for real, but for instance this place was still on my bucket list.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of whether you're a true metal guy, you have to respect what Prince brought to the.
Well, every rocker is just a rocker in the end.
Yeah. So how is? So you were in Boston. Did you see anything in Boston?
Okay, somebody gave us a hint that a couple of blocks away from our venue there was a house where Aerosmith started.
Oh, okay.
And they had a little sign there that this was the house where whole Aerosmith, all the guys were living together when they recorded their first album. So obviously all band went there.
Yeah. And so and when we talked last time, you said, this time I come into America, I'm going to see as much as I can. I want to, and so you're taking advantage of it. That's good.
And also we're doing this tour by tour bus. So next to the driver, there's just like a seat, passenger seat that you can. I go there every morning and just enjoy the road, and it's beautiful. It's winter now. We haven't seen America by winter for a little while.
Yeah.
But it reminds us from our home, Finland. But it's still beautiful American road, and I enjoy every second.
So this is comparable weather for you.
It's not that cold.
Yeah.
It's kind of like feels like home.
Yeah. So the tour's going good. You're only 6 days into it.
Yeah, it's been amazing, and it's people are singing along with the songs.
Good.
Also the new songs. We are playing 6 songs from our new album, and people are singing along with that. So that is really heartwarming as well. And a lot of fans that we've been meeting telling that they really like the new record. So we're a 30-year-old band. We released 12 albums. The latest one came out this fall called West End, and our fans like the fact that we are releasing new music. So that's something that I really like that, and we're in a happy position that we feel that we're not like we haven't yet. Maybe someday we will become a nostalgia act. Like people come to listen. I mean, there's certain records in our past that our fans like, but I think we are still current by releasing new music, and fans are expecting us to release new music after this record.
Yeah. So do you find the fans in Finland are different than the fans in the United States?
Here they sing more along with the lyrics, which of course comes from the fact like we are in the country, English-speaking country, that you guys, I mean, as a writer of the lyrics of the song, I've written them in the way that I can see that they hit home here. You know, I've been writing them from kind of like there's bits of poetry, but a lot of popular culture, and I know that our fans here know those things, and it's really cool, and it's really interesting also to hear them sing along, and it's a different vibe. If we are in Germany or Finland or Russia, people they enjoy the songs a little bit differently in each country.
Yeah, and then so you guys finish up this tour at the end of February, and then are you guys gonna gear up and do some festival dates?
No, we're gonna actually head to I already mentioned Russia and Eastern European countries, and after that in April we're going to Mexico and Latin America.
Nice.
So we're never in our entire career we haven't never toured this much.
Okay.
And that's also interesting for a 30-year-old band. We're touring more than ever, and of course thinking that we are not that young anymore. So I mean, we still deliver, and people want to see us. So I think there's something unique in us that nobody else has, and that's anymore. Let's say anymore. There was a lot of cool bands that were our friends 20 years ago. Most of them are unfortunately gone. The bands have split up, or unfortunately the artists are no longer with us.
Yeah. So then, are you guys doing any festivals this year, or are you just gonna?
Well, festivals happen in Europe by the summertime.
Yeah.
So I'm only European festivals.
Yeah.
I know that over the years there's some more and more festivals here in the States as well, but by far we're only concentrating on doing festivals in Europe.
Yeah. So, and then you guys are on tour with Wednesday 13, and you guys have been friends for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, just like the first night we had in New York, and when we met again for this tour, he said isn't it interesting that we have done this together forever? And that's pretty much kind of pictures, gives an idea what our relationship is and how long we've been doing this in our little minds. There's obviously some forever is in our lives. It's forever how long we've done this together.
And so when last time or anytime you're on tour with those guys, do you have any running jokes or anything that you guys do you play pranks on him at all?
Well, unfortunately, at the moment, this is so busy schedule. So we're still looking forward to hang out more, because starting off the tour we have to learn the routines and it's a lot of boring technical stuff to tell about, but those times are still ahead. But I think there's going to be a lot of things where we've been planning to do.
Because he told me, he said the best thing about you is, and you and I talked about this last time we talked, is you're a trivia.
Glam rock trivia.
Yeah, glam rock trivia.
Oh yeah. We should have him here.
And he said, I'll be just sitting there and you'll walk in, you'll say, what is Tammy Dow's middle name?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Or what's the nationality of Tammy Dow's grandmother? That's the question when you always win.
Yeah.
Most of the cases. By now it's kind of like.
So you're gearing up though. You're getting the questions ready and.
Something like that. But that's just it's something. Or it can come with horror movies as well. So we're the ultimate fanboys. And that most of rockers are. You start by staring at the pictures in the record covers, or maybe these days in social media pictures. I don't know exactly, but I remember staring at the pictures in the record covers or magazines, and then you talk about certain era of bands and certain time bands. Everybody knows those pictures and have noticed those somebody had interesting shoes or interesting sunglasses, and I wonder where they got them and so on. It's the same thing. I was talking about this with Nicky Six, and he was very interested of the clothes of like the New York Dolls and Johnny Thunders. But you know, me and Nicky Six are about the same size. But Johnny Thunders, for instance, was a very short guy, so it was easy for him to wear cool, glammy clothes because they were like female shoes and you know stuff like that. And I know for a fact that Michael Monroe from Hanoi Rocks was wearing his grandmother's shoes. He's a big guy as well, but he was wearing his grandmother's shoes or something like that at the first show. So it's like that kind of talk as well, because you know, like we've been observing and learning and studying all these influences for us, and we can talk about them endlessly. So same with Wednesday, you know.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's all I have right now. Anything else you want to talk about? Well, I mean, the other thing I wanted to mention is if you haven't heard the new album, you got to get your ass out there and get it, because it's a great album.
But it's a mixture of like glam rock, goth rock, some little metal there, and even Donny Filth, Wednesday 13,
Calico.
Calico Cooper, and it's just like, I would say it's just rock and roll in general. But you know, like I think, you know, like if you look at the audience tonight, there's gonna be goths, punks, you know, bikers, different kind of kind of different kind of groups of freaks, you know, in our audience, and that's beautiful. Yeah, that's how I always wanted it to be.
I mean, that's how we all started. We were all at one time a freak to somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we turned out just fine. And
especially like in the 80s when I was in my teens, I had, you know, posters on my wall of my favorite artists, and at some point when you have chance for that, you try to dress up like that.
Yep.
So you know, like and by now I have long hair and leather Stetson, and you can tell that I definitely like the Cult.
Yeah. True.
So it's like I'm still in carry on that heritage from the past, because it's fun and cool, and why not? And you know, like the parents were kind of like wondering what's gonna happen with this guy in the end, but still to this day, you know, like I keep the spirit happy, and you know, like and enjoy what I used to enjoy back then. So why not? It's a free world, and I hope that everybody can, you know, grow up and be being free and have a chance to, you know, to follow their dreams, no matter what kind of.
And don't let anybody hold you back, because that's the thing is, I mean, we all got pressure, and it's a big deal these days. You know, the pressure to not do this and look right.
Yeah, exactly.
And none of us ever looked right back in the 80s. We did what we wanted, and we all turned out great.
And the most fun as getting older is like more freakier you start to look, it's even cooler.
Yep.
It's like you're. It's a little bit sad, because if there's young rockers, I probably I'm cooler than them just because of the way I look, because they are still finding their own way to look.
Yep.
But it's sort of like it's more fun, and that's what we've been laughing, like more freakier. The older we get, more freakier. It's more fun and entertaining for ourselves and everybody else, and it's just like good, you know, like good rocking tonight every night.
Yep.
But